now?
I'm hitting record.
You're hitting record?
Yeah.
Episode 48 of the self-diagnosed #1 reselling podcast in the world. Probably the most miserable episode ever.
Are you sick?
I'm so sick. I got we that thing that's going around. We tested positive for. So
You have COVID?
Yeah.
What? What? Can I get it?
I don't know. Can you get it?
You have COVID?
It's possible. It's possible.
You have COVID for real?
Yeah. For real. Yeah, me and Sonia both have been dying.
Why are we doing a podcast today?
Oh, because I'm a dedicated podcaster, if that's a thing.
And Joe's not here.
Joe's. Last second obligations. I get it. Life happens.
I mean, we can't complain. We're the first ones that. He's the only one that hasn't missed an episode.
Yeah, it's his first day off, right? I guess we'll let him.
But now you have COVID, so what is the responsibility of the podcast all on me now?
Yeah, I was only going to put in like 15 minutes today.
This
I was
episode
just coming
is going to be awful.
Well, we can talk about how this is I'm not listing a lot anymore. Like that's it.
How long have you been? Oh my gosh!
This is like day three right now that I really felt bad.
Wait,
and I was saying like I had such a bad fever, like I got a fever blister, so everybody's gonna have to look at this ugly thing on my lips. So that's fun for me.
No, I can't even see it from here. But how is it supposed to go? Like, I can't give you a hard time for. No one checking in on me again last week. Joe's not here, so I can't yell at him about it. You're sick, so obviously you were checking in on me.
Yeah, it's been.
What are we supposed to talk about?
Let's talk about how I was supposed to be listing all my inventory, and I haven't listed in 3 days because I listed on Sunday. I don't know.
Oh my god,
Saturday.
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, see, I'm losing days. I've watched some football, so I have an idea what day it is. But yeah, it's been rough. I didn't list yesterday or today so far, and I don't think I listed the day before.
Oh, man, we're still like the worst reselling podcast ever.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of podcasts out there too.
Hey, we're the self-diagnosed best, and now I'm not. This isn't unless that kid was lying to us, but I think it's pretty real.
I don't even know.
I feel like I got hit by a truck.
Gonna know what you're saying. I have no idea what you just said there. I don't even know where to start. Like, where the heck? I've barely been listing. I've had a couple good days of listing, but I've over the last we've been talking about it for the last few episodes. Is I started that t-shirt battle, and that's consuming a lot of my time. Kind of. Like I just kind of been, because I've been going through it the last few weeks, so I haven't been pushing myself to go crazy. So I've had a couple good days of listing, but then I went out sourcing it was half off sale at Goodwill this last weekend, and oh my gosh, I'm glad I'm in a t-shirt battle, to be honest, because I went to a store the day before, and it was not very good. They had some t-shirts and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll come back half off and get them. And then for t-shirt day, I went to another store, and the last time I probably had 16, 17 pairs of jeans I bought from this store. And then this time I bought one pair of jeans was all I could find that was worth selling. For trying to be kind of picky. So I was just buying jeans.
Is it because you're only looking for t-shirts, or is it because
I searched the jeans first? I searched the jeans first, and then I bought t-shirts because I have a t-shirt battle. So it's not here. Well, you can't see it if you're listening, but if you're watching, I have a Cookie Monster.
Dude, that's
always bring. So it's brand new. So obviously for a t-shirt battle, it's pretty cool graphic t-shirt, but probably not going to pick this up to sell on eBay, right? Jimmy coughs. This is going to be the worst. This is something. This is something you're supposed to tell us before.
Well, I got coffee.
Oh my god!
I text the group, didn't I? Yeah, I guess maybe I was half dead, so maybe I didn't.
Oh my god!
No, that's a good shirt for you, especially because that was you. You brought the snacks at the Kentucky. That's Dan's t-shirt right there. It should have your face on that.
So when you're doing a t-shirt battle, you're kind of. Well, it's kind of transitions to what I want. Some stuff I had. Actually, I've been planning this podcast all week. But
and we don't have our what Joe's like our comfort zone. He's like our comfort. He's like our blanket. Like Joe just keeps us both comfortable, and he's not here today. We need Joe.
well, I'm in the
I'm
middle
just
of
joking.
talking about
I don't know.
a podcast, and you're
Go ahead.
talking about how you miss Joe. It's so weird.
Well, no, what's your transition?
Oh, oh, so
What have you been prepared to
well,
talk
because
about?
you're
Because
like,
I
oh,
can
this is
make.
your snack. Like, I mean, this shirts is just kind of like you just kind of going. You go to the thrift store, and you're in a t-shirt battle. You're just you get what you get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't
Yeah,
get. But so I was like, kind of like I've been watching the t-shirt battles every day. So I was like, well, what can I do? Like the last time we did I was in a battle. I wanted like something like the mountain t-shirt that we talked about a few episodes ago. You didn't know about.
yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like praying I find one, but I can't find one. So I decided to go uh, like spend source on. So I went on eBay to try to source. So I was like looking for kind of shirts that I wanted that I thought would be good
Ooh,
um
for
for
the
the
team.
battle. And then I mean, so I could get in trouble later on when it comes to my buy costs because I had to buy the shirt and then pay for the shipping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Were there
split the
any
money
rules like
50-50.
that?
Huh?
I'm not gonna say it is, but it almost sounds like not cheating, but like I could go on eBay and buy like this banger of a shirt, and then I could put it on the.
Yeah, but what's it? It's not. It's no different than if. So no, it got me thinking. Like, oh, you know what? Like, what happens if I'm always struggling on what to sell on on whatnot or whatever. But like, I've had a lot of fun doing doing the t-shirts. It's pretty cool. And I was like, oh, what happens if I just kept like on my rack here? I can fit like 40, 50 t-shirts, or probably not, maybe 40 on the rack. But you kept like an inventory of like 40 t-shirts, and you did a show, and it was all like, but and you just priced. I mean, you priced your shirt to moot, like you priced it to what you priced it, but it's not.
You might be becoming a Van Buren boy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that crossed my mind when that crossed my mind, but I don't. The point of it's not the t-shirt battle is not to like go out and thrift. I mean, it's to go out but it's like to sell. So, like if you're,
Yeah.
but you have to split the money 50-50. So the point is to
Right.
like I spent money on some shirts, but I have to split that money 50-50. So if you know what I'm saying, I could lose that way, but like
Yeah,
if
and
I
it's
spent
not like you've done the snack shows before where like you go to buy the snacks, they're on the shelf. You can find them, whatever snacks you want to find to sell. You're gonna find them on a shelf somewhere. T-shirt sale, you're relied on what you can actually find. They're not just like if you want, like you said, if you want one of those mountain T-shirts, there's a good chance you're not going to find it. Like you have to actually find it.
so
It's
I
not
thought
just going to
about
be
going to
sitting on a shelf waiting.
Plato's Closet. Um,
Yeah,
but I've have you ever sourced at Plato's Closet?
I've been in there like twice
Yeah,
in
I've been
Colorado.
one time and I sourced and it was I mean a I bought like a brand new pair of Sorel, Sorel boots, right?
Yep,
I
yep,
bought Sorel. I found a pair of shorts. They were like brand new, and I am like, oh, I've never seen clothing, so I bought it. It was I don't remember. I probably paid $10 or $12 for them, and they took like a year to sell, and I sold them for like $20. It wasn't a good buy, but you had to pay up, and I can't remember. I think bought a
yeah.
pair of Cole Haans. I bought a pair of Van shoes that I thought was a really good buy, and I listed them like super. I paid like 20 or $30 for the shoes, and then listed them for like $100 and some dollars, and then I sold them for like $30 and like lost on them.
Oh, so you didn't, it wasn't
So
a good
there
buy then.
wasn't something I was like really wanting to do, but I was like, oh, I bet you I could find kind of some of the stuff I've been seeing people sell. But anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna try to look for stuff on eBay and find some stuff. So I found some shirts and I ordered them. I did. I don't know why I don't remember what I'm talking about.
You were talking about. I don't
Well,
remember either.
it was just saying that like like I could find myself next week complaining that I paid too much money because I had to split the money with the person I'm going against, which is that's part of the reason you're splitting the money is like I can't just to win. Yeah, I could spend $1 billion on shirts, but the point is to try to make some
Yeah,
money. I guess. I mean that's my point.
profit sharing. It does. It's an interesting idea to split the money. I understand. I understand why it's an idea to do that because you want it to be worth everybody's while. My only thing would be is what if you sold every sale was your shirt. Like then what? Like if like every single person that won the bid picked your shirt and you're shipping out all your shirts and the other person that was in there doesn't ship out any shirts.
I mean,
there's a gray area that could be a little
yeah, but I
you know what
feel
I
like
mean?
you'd have to set someone up for that. No one's like looking to be a total.
Yeah, just run a bunch of plain white t-shirt,
But
like
what happens if it's
beefy
the other way? People
Hades
don't like any of
t-shirts.
my shirts and they don't buy any of my shirts either. Could go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I know I have some okay shirts. I don't. This has been rough because the last round I did, I had my best shirts and I ran my best and I didn't come
I'm
across
just
like a
saying.
really great shirt. Like I was anyway.
I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody. You could just run a bunch. Just go buy some old shirts with holes in them, nothing good at all, and just run them all, Dan. Just run
I would feel
and
bad.
lose every single
I would
round
feel bad, but
because you're splitting the money. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're listening and you're part of that, it wasn't my idea. It was all Dan.
no, well, I was just saying that I sourced some shirts that I wanted to sell, that I thought would go really well, and then mix it in with some of the stuff that I bought. So like my average, I might have spent $12 or $13 for a shirt to get shipped to me, but like this
Right.
the other day I bought all my shit. This was $4 $5 and then half off, so $2.50. And then
You know, another place you could go is like a Ross. Do you have Ross?
yeah, but my battle's tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday when this
Oh,
this
is
is
it
coming
tomorrow?
out, and like I
If
just
you
I don't have
make it to the
time.
next round, maybe try
It's taking
Ross.
up way too much time than I wanted to spend on it. Also, so like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to burn myself. I've been burnt out. I've been complaining about being burnt out for the last few weeks, and then I don't want to go driving around looking for. So that's why I was kind of nice sourcing, but I bought 5 things off of eBay in the last like week. Which one you never gave me that guy's name for the Pokemon card? I wanted to buy a card from him,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
but I'm glad you didn't because I've
Oh, we,
the 5 things I bought on eBay last week. I've had problems with 3 of them as a,
like shipping
as a
issues or
buyer. As a buyer, just I have a shipping issue going on. Some of the shirts, like I bought a shirt, and the person's not like a. They, I mean, I don't know. I think
oh
they're
yeah.
bragging about how long they've been selling on eBay, and the shirt, it's like the picture's not very good, and it just says nothing's wrong with the shirt. It needs to be ironed, and it like you can't tell like it kind of like oh when I'm looking at it now after I see what I saw it's a Winnie the Pooh. Why? Well, no one's. I mean, person I'm playing is not going to be listening to this podcast. Just if they're like oh it's a Winnie the Pooh shirt and like
Uh
kind of it's got a big Winnie the Pooh graphic on it and it kind of looks like someone cracking, but I couldn't really see it in the picture. And it just says nothing's wrong with the shirt. It just needs to be ironed. So I was like, oh, maybe it's
yep.
just the lighting or something. So I get it. And you get it. And like the graphics all cracking. I mean, that's like an issue to me. Like, don't say,
That's return it then.
yeah.
I mean, if that's a lazy seller, I mean, because ultimately it makes sellers on it makes eBay look bad, and when eBay looks bad,
Well,
and
eBay
if
makes
people
themselves
don't
look
want to,
bad too.
yeah, but if people don't want to shop on there because stuff like that happens, it hurts all of us
And then
if we
I have
sell on
another
that
shirt
platform.
that I don't know if I'm going to put it in the show because like I could easily see how someone misses it, but the collar has like a little hole, like where the stitching came out. So, like, I don't have I
This
might
is
see if
a
my
test.
mom
Yeah.
can stitch it for me today if I really want to use it. But like, that's an issue. But I can see how, I guess that's happened to me where I missed it. You miss it. Like, I try
Yeah,
to look over it.
like a slide over. Like did because it's important. I think did that listing have good pictures, good
Yeah, but
detail,
you're not gonna. You
unlike
can't.
the other
It's
one.
sitting flat. You can't see it. Like
Yeah,
the
so they missed it
yeah,
then.
they
Where
missed it.
the other one with the cracked print
It should
was just laziness, and they
and it
didn't care, and
and
they
their
didn't miss
their
nothing.
defense is that it was cheap. It was like people are crazy too. They had it listed for like $4 and I like just hearted it and I was hearting shirts I liked and then they would send me an offer and it
Yeah,
was like $3 plus shipping. So like I was like, what's wrong with this shirt? So like part of me is thinking I'm like probably something might be wrong with it, but there's I mean it was crazy. So like, I have like
yeah,
$7. Some of the shirts I have like $7 into with shipping to me. Anyway,
right.
but
It's hard. It's hard because I agree. Like it's hard because you feel like they have they're what they're saying makes sense. That well, you didn't pay a lot for it, so just take it. But you can't do that. Like you can't just say nothing wrong with the shirt, and then some like I don't care if it's $1 sale. You gotta be like you gotta put some effort into it. I don't know. I'm sure there's viewers that will agree and disagree. Maybe let us know in the comments, or listeners or viewers. Like I don't know. I just feel like you gotta try your best to show what you like, show the item you're selling. I don't know. Is that the shirt? Oh, it's Winnie the Pooh. Where's the cracking at? I
I don't know if you're gonna.
sorry, I just can't see.
You see it?
No, it's not coming through. But you're saying like the print has
Yeah,
crackling
which
in
is, I
it.
mean, understandable because it's. I mean, it's double
Yeah,
stitched, but it's made in the USA. So I'm sure it's vintage. I mean, I'm sure someone will still buy it and wear it, but it's just kind of like, I thought I was getting like
yeah,
I was trying to not like. I was trying. I really tried to. Even when I bought shirts the other day, when I was some of them I thought were in good, like they weren't cracked, and then I'm looking at them like, oh, the graphics got cracking, and I probably would have left them, like because I don't need a bunch of shirts.
yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tough one because I think
I just hurt my.
I don't agree with them. I'll never agree with them. I think that you gotta list the thing right, and if there's some problems with it, don't say there's nothing wrong with the shirt. At least
Oh, my
say
hip. Hold on.
the print shows some wear or something like that.
Hold
Some
on. You
kind
gotta
of
pause.
indication
We gotta
that
pause for a second. You gotta learn. We gotta pause for a second. When I was grabbing that stupid shirt, I think
I just
I think
copied
my
you.
hip went out of place there. I'm just. Yeah, I can't believe.
You all right? This is a rough episode. We are beat up,
Well, I didn't
Dan.
know I was gonna need visual aids
Yeah,
to try to to try to I don't know, to try to.
your hips don't lie.
Oh, I bent just the wrong way, and I don't know how much
Oh,
I don't know how much I was. I was almost gonna cuss, so I had to pause it.
it's all right. It's all
I feel
right.
better
Hey,
now.
my not at that level, but all this laying and sitting that I've been doing while I've been sitting, just laying around, like literally, like my hips hurt
Yeah,
all the
I
time right
kind
now
of wish
because I
I
sit
wish
all
you would
the
have
time.
said something earlier because I can't give you. Joe's not here to get the crap, and I just can't give you crap because I feel bad. You're sick,
I
but
thought I texted. I gotta go check. Maybe they didn't come through to you. I
I was gonna
thought,
give you guys
oh
crap
Lord,
because I did my first Dibbed It show yesterday, and no one came to see me. Neither you or Joe showed up to see my Dibbed It show. Mm.
oh, you did. When did you do a
Yesterday
dip?
on Monday.
Were you part of like a raid train or something?
No. So I don't remember what we talked about last week. I 2 episodes ago, Joe he put the pressure on Tim and Carrie to help me out doing a
Oh
card
yeah.
show, and I've done a few card shows. I did a card show last Wednesday, I think, after this episode came out, or the last episode came out, and it went really well. I did a show on Whatnot at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I made like $126 in like just over an hour. Like I didn't even, if it was going so well, I wish I would have kept going. I didn't have time. I had to go. I had to leave. My mom was coming to get Dodger, and then I was leaving. I had a I was going. I think I was going thrifting. I just didn't. I couldn't stop the show and then restart it. I didn't want to do that either. But like I only set myself up for like an hour because all my shows have just been kind of eh. But I was selling so much stuff. I'm like I could have kept going and done well. But anyway, I did so good. Uh, anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to
What's your user on there?
what undibbed it.
Is it? Yeah.
Dan in demand.
Maybe that's why I didn't get a notification. I don't think I'm.
I don't know.
I don't know how to find you on there. I gotta look. I gotta find you on there because I'm definitely not following you because you just got approved as a seller not too long ago,
Yeah,
right?
just like last week, the week before. So I wanted to try it out, and like on Whatnot, you have like an option to do like shows behind the scenes where you're not, a lot. It's like a private show, so you can just see how stuff works. And I don't think District has that option. Uh, I didn't see it, so I just kind of wanted to know how things worked. I was watching some shows, and someone asked when I was going to do a show, and then I just with the raid train, not the raid train, with the t-shirt battle, I'm kind of at. I said I was going to do that before I signed up for Dibbed It, so
Right.
I don't have I'm kind of on their time. Like I said, I committed to it, so like I don't know when I don't know when I'm going to have shows, so I can't commit to anything.
Right.
So I wanted to see how things worked on there, and I was like, oh, I'll just try. I'll try a quick show yesterday for like a half hour before I left to go get Dodger, and I was surprised. I actually had I had like 12 people in my show. I probably had more people
Ooh,
pop in to that show than I do like on a whatnot show. It was crazy. I wasn't
right.
expecting that at all, and I sold 4 cards, so I was pretty excited about that.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to find you on here. I'm wasting my time. Well, not
yeah,
wait,
well,
but
I
I'm
mean, this is a
spending too much time
podcast,
doing
not
it.
like a search and find.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, um,
No, so I mean that means, and that was just you deciding to go on there with
I
nobody,
scheduled
no
it the day
raid
before
train, nobody
because Kevin,
the day before.
Kevin on Sunday, Kevin saw it. He must have seen it and then text me and was like, he's like, you want me to come? I have cards. I want to sell cards too. I'll come on with you. And I told him
Yeah,
I like just wanted um, to I wanted to see how it worked before I did it. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
just had to do. It was actually I like the. I don't know I don't know if I'm not tech savvy. I like the flow of the show better than whatnot. Like if you don't sell something, it just like auction ended and it goes to the bottom and you can move it back to the stage, but like it gets out of your way. Like on whatnot, like I mean,
yeah.
I don't sell a lot of stuff. Like I know people watch shows and they just sell everything they show. Like I might go through 7, 8, 9, 10 items before I sell something.
Right,
Which
and
I don't know
then
if that means
there'll
I
be
have.
times. Well, it's important because there'll be times when you ran that thing and there was only like 5 people there, and now you got 12 people there, so you want to run it again, right?
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
but if I'm kind of just going in order and I'm just showing
Yeah.
items, I have to keep scrolling all the way down to
Oh,
find it.
gotcha.
If I'm trying to load it beforehand, where on Dibbed it just kind of it showed it already ran. So if you want to rerun it, like someone can ask, I'm assuming. Or I
Gotcha.
guess I don't know what it looks like. I haven't paid attention on the buyer side. Like I haven't watched a lot. I haven't watched a ton of shows on other. On I haven't
I've
watched a
watched it
ton
on my
to be
computer
honest.
a couple times.
And a lot. I mean, I always go like when I'm watching whatnots. I always look in people. A lot of people don't list anything. They just run. They just run stuff. Um, which that's how I did in the cards, and that's been fun because it's easy. You stop, but like if you're doing like I don't know how to do. I didn't know how to do that. I wanted to list everything on whatnot, and I was only staying on for. I listed 15 cards, and was just gonna. It took me like a half hour to do those, and
Yeah,
Kevin came on and showed me how to do like co-host, so I co-hosted him in so I could see how to do that. It was really nice.
yeah.
The only I didn't like the shipping this morning. When I was shipping the cards, it just someone bought multiple cards for me, and I couldn't see. I like downloaded their sales slip, but and that's how I saw their number. But it didn't like have. It showed they had three sales, but it only showed picture of like one thing. So I had to like if I
Oh,
didn't know, I had
to
to go
find out what they bought.
like on whatnot. You just their name has like a drop down thing, and you can see exactly what they got. So it's easier to do
Right,
that. I don't know if it's just something I don't know, but just in my head, if I did like a bigger show, I would be kind of lost. It would be feel like it was I could be missing it, but probably people that are listening, they probably don't care about that.
right. So like, if they bought card 1 and then card 5 and card 9, like you have to find a way to figure out which one they bought if
Yeah, I
you're
only
doing it
sold
that
to
way,
two
right?
people, so like I knew which one person bought, and I knew the other person bought the rest of them. So like that was easy. But if I had other
Yeah,
people, it would. I probably maybe I didn't get enough chance to look around, but it was fun. I was surprised I sold anything because I was expecting to be by myself and just running the cards and just kind of messing around with it. So I had a good time doing that. But
yeah.
anyway,
I had a mistake on District. I made a mistake on shopcommons.net.
oh, I was listening
Um,
to one of Kevin's videos. He said that he's had some out of like 784. He's had 4 issues. He must be one of the 4.
I don't know that he might know about the issue. Mine was we took care of it, me and the buyer. I don't know how I managed to not put the name of the street address because I'm moving everything over to Pirate Ship and using a Pirate Ship label, and I didn't put the street name in the address, so it didn't have a street name.
Oh,
So it was at the local. It was at the buyer's local post office, and it basically said like more or less they need to come and get it because there's no street. And so between me and the buyer, we were able to get that figured out. And they went down there and they got it. And they were really cool. They know me by name, so I don't know if they watched the podcast. They were saying Jimmy, when they were talking to me. But when they got it, the box was destroyed. Like the box it had like a note on it, like with the post office apologizing for the condition of the box and this and that. And like, thankfully, it was a bunch of Lego too. So like, it was just a big old box full of Legos. Thankfully, when we were packing that, me and Sonia, like, we should probably put these in Ziploc bags. Like, let's not just throw them in a box. Let's put them all in Ziploc bags and seal them. And so we did, and that's what saved it. Because they were like, yeah, thank goodness you put them in Ziploc bags. It saved everything. The box was destroyed, but all the Legos are fine. And I was like,
oh yeah.
But yeah, it was that he sent me pictures and everything, and that box was crushed, and it had that big old note that they slapped on the side of it, basically saying, we're sorry, we strive this and that, but if some of the items are lost, please let us know and this and that. And I was like, oh no. So yeah, it was my fault. Like, I don't know how I didn't put the street name when I moved it over. So now when I'm moving it over, I had a sale over the weekend, and I made sure to double check that I got the address right. So that sucked. I have another package that made it to the eBay package. It made it to the eBay International Sales Hub for through the international program. It got to the hub, and then it said after the hub on their tracking, it says denied. The hub denied to forward the package.
Maybe it's
to the international.
Maybe it's the country that's going to.
And so I had to call eBay today, and they're like, he's like, we got it. It's in our hands now. It's our problem, not yours.
Oh.
Like, it got to the hub. Basically, you don't have to worry about anything. I was like, yeah, but what do I tell my buyer who's asking what's going on with the tracking? And they basically said, ask them to wait a couple days, and if nothing happens, ask them to do an item not received. Tell them to wait? Couple days, like 2 days. 2 business days. And he said that's basically, just tell them wait 2 business days, and if they haven't seen any movement on the tracking, to just start an item not received case, and we'll take care of it. And I was like, okay.
Good luck to that buyer. My third option, my third thing that I sold or I bought, I bought it on Sunday the 8th. So obviously that's not a business day, and the guy who I bought it from instantly prints the label, and it says it's awaiting shipping. So then it goes a few days, and it just says post office awaiting the box, like it's awaiting the shipment. So like it was some sports cards I bought in an auction, and it was a big lot of cards, and I felt like I got a really good deal on it. So I was like, I don't think he's gonna send it. I think he's just gonna cancel the order or something. And it's just nothing's happening. So it gets to like Friday, and then I turned into the buyer who's like, when are you gonna ship this?
When are you gonna drop it off at the post office?
I hate when I get that message, but like usually I get the message on Saturday afternoon, or like if they buy it Saturday afternoon, they want to know Monday morning why it isn't shipped. But this is like I bought it on Sunday, and I'll wait until Friday, because like, to be honest, I can't figure out where it says like the buyer's or how long the shipping time is. Like if it says it usually just says like estimated delivery time.
Yeah, that's all it says.
Is that all it says? It doesn't say like.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it says actual handling time that they have set. I think it just says the estimated. But what does this make sense to me? Because you kind of talked to us about this. Why did they make a label and then have it just sit there, right? Like that wouldn't make sense.
Shipped it. He says he did. I asked when he shipped it, or when's this going to ship? And the guy replied to me, it's already shipped according to the tracking. And then he blamed he's in California and I'm in Indiana. He blamed the hurricane, the tropical storm in the southeast.
But there's no original scan,
right?
Like the label hasn't been scanned at all.
Not at all. So I messaged him on it's Friday, and I didn't know like his handling time. So I gave him Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's like 3 days.
Yep.
That seems reasonable amount of time. And then I gave him an extra day, so I waited till Friday evening. It was like Friday night, and he says he shipped it. And then I went back to him, and because he made that comment about according to the shipping, it's been shipped, and I'm like, according to the shipping, you've just printed the
You
label.
made
It's
a
never been
made,
scanned
yeah.
or anything. And he just said that it should be there in a couple days. So I was gonna go on. So I figured on Monday. That's what I was telling you. I think I told you if it wasn't here by
Yeah.
Monday, I was gonna open a case. Um, and then you said maybe do it before that. So then I was like, all right, I'll check. It would not. It will not let me do anything until Tuesday. It says Tuesday, and then right now, like it's Tuesday at noon. I still can't do anything because I bought it at like 4 o'clock. So I don't think it's gonna work until 4 o'clock. Like
And so it's still showing no movement on the tracking at all.
it's
Still,
never been scanned in, and it just says that you're supposed to get it today. And if when I try to do anything, it just says if you don't get the package by today, you can do something. So I think
now,
if you, to be fair, if you ever get like a message where it says like where the buyer who they open a case because they want to return an item before they even get it, and you're like, why? I haven't clicked that button because I feel like that might be a little bit weird. But I think people that's why they do that is because right now I can't do anything. All I can do is just wait. Like
and your money is locked up. Like the money is
I'm like
still in their account,
it's in their account, and then
and
I'll
they're going to
probably
get
have
a
to wait
payout
three
today. So
days,
that
3 or 4
money
days,
got
right?
paid
I
out.
have to wait 3 or 4 days for them to reply. We're talking like 2 months or 2 weeks without my like. I mean, I'm not. I as long as I get my money back, I don't really care. Like I'd rather just
Yeah,
like move on with my
eventually.
life. It was just I think the guy got like I think he got
It's so frustrating because these are the things that scare buyers away from
and
eBay.
I don't
You-
do a lot of I don't buy a lot from eBay. I really don't. Like I only buy stuff I need now. Like I don't buy like stuff I want. Like
right.
I last year I made an effort to buy some stuff during like the holiday season. But I just don't I mean I do and I'm impulse buy stuff on whatnot and I'm always angry every time. Like I'm like I don't need that. Like I really don't. Like I just don't buy stuff. I don't see the need. I don't need a lot of things. So when I need something like I haven't. So this was like a few times I've tried to use eBay and it's not been a good experience for me at all.
I want on the cards again because you messaged me and Joe about this a little bit, and I right away red flagged. I was like, well, you said it was an auction where you got the stuff. It was an auction,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was auction.
And you got the stuff at a really good deal. You got some good
I think I
cards at
got
a
like
really,
over
really good
60
deal.
cards for $25 plus shipping was the cost. It was they were like decent, I mean decent rookie cards, decent players and stuff. It was I
Yeah, there
mean,
was some numbered
I
stuff
mean
in there, right?
it's kind of stuff that I was excited about. I was going to put it I was going to
Yeah,
do it in a whatnot show. Like I thought it would be
I'm just framing this because it sounds to me like they were like you said you thought they weren't even going to ship it because they were probably
yeah, I
disappointed
think
with
they
what
would
they
be
got.
disappointed.
Another way around that for a dishonest seller is to make that label, eat that cost or whatever for that label, and throw it in the trash can and never ship that item at all. And eventually, like you said, you'll open a case and they're just lying their way through this saying, "Oh, I shipped it. Oh, I shipped it. Oh, I shipped it," when they never really did. They're just trying to keep their their standing or whatever with eBay good. Like, "Oh, I never did anything wrong on my end. I shipped it. The post office lost it." That's what it seems like they're trying to do to you. That's what I feel like they're trying to do.
Yeah. I,
I might be wrong, but I've heard stories like that, especially with auctions. Like mysteriously, the item never shipped, or the item got lost, and they never shipped it because they were upset with how much they got in the auction.
yeah.
I could be wrong. But it's a possibility, and it sucks hearing that. I hate hearing that. Like that's so bad that people would just be honest, and if you put it up for an auction and that's the price you got, ship the sucker out. Take the loss or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the guys should watch some of my whatnot shows. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I go way back to that time I sold that Scream mask for $100. I found out right after I sold it for $100 that it was $1,000 Scream mask. I had people messaging me, "Hey, I'll give you 300. I'll give you 400 for it." One guy's like, "That's $1,000 mask you just sold for $100."
Yeah.
I hadn't even shipped it out the door, and I already knew this,
Uh,
but I still shipped it. I made the mistake was mine. I didn't do my research well enough. It was the pink vintage Scream mask, the original one. The guy who bought it from me, I followed him, and he got it, and then he put it on an auction. And he sold it for $1,000, just like everybody told me.
mm.
But I was an honest seller, and I still shipped that sucker.
Well, what did you pay for it?
I got it for free.
Still made $100.
It was at a yard sale where they said everything was for free. It was like the last day of a yard sale, everything's free. And I walked up and there it was. I didn't even know it was worth that much. I knew it was good. Took it home, put it up for $100, and it sold. As soon as I pushed list, it sold.
Did you feel bad when the guy sold it for $1,000?
I felt like, man, that's one of my biggest lessons I'll learn on eBay. And that's where I kind of talk about this. Like, if you don't know, if you can't find sold comps anywhere and you think it's valuable, put it on auction and see what happens, or list it really high. But I recommend, especially on a Scream mask, the collectors, anybody that asks me about Scream mask, I'm not an expert, but I do know this. If you find a Scream mask and you don't know what it's worth, take really, really, really good pictures of every marking, the inside, everything about it. Put it on eBay with really good pictures on an auction, and the collectors will not let a good one slip by. They will bid it up. If it's one of the rare, highly sought after collectible ones, if you just look at the history of Scream Mask and the ones that have been sold on auction, they get a bunch of bids and they get bid up. So on stuff like that that's highly collectible that you're not sure about, take really good pictures and put it on an auction to make sure you get. But then, yeah, so, I mean, there's auctions have all kinds of problems I don't like dealing with, but
I was just talking about.
it would have been a lot better than what I ended up with. I was happy to get the 100, but I could have got 1,000 for that mask.
I was just talking about Scream Mask 2 weeks ago with Eddie, the listener, who I bought the card. I bought cards from that I had my really good. I felt bad he was watching my auction. Well, I mean, kind of. I'll say I feel bad a little bit. I bought the cards from him, and then I run the auction, and he's watching me sell the cards. And then, like, he gives me such good deals, and then he's giving me a few good deals, and he'll ask me later on and I feel guilty like showing him the good deals I got. He's like, "Oh no, it's fine," and I'll find like something a gem in things. Like I found a CD. I bought a bunch of CDs from, or you might have thrown them in when I bought something else. Give me a bunch of CDs, and I found like a $60, $70, $80 CD or something, and then I bought these. Yeah. Two rows of cards from him, and I searched through them, and then I found a I don't remember if I talked about it on here, a Bob Greasy rookie card in there, and I was like, I think this is like the rookie card. I'm looking at it, I'm searching eBay, looking at it. I'm like, I think this is a Bob Greasy rookie card. I even messaged Tim over the years to like, they reprint this and doesn't say like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I saw the reprinted one say reprinted on there. I sent it to Tim. I'm like, Is this like, I think this is real. He's like, yeah, that looks good to me. And so I listed it up, and I bought 2 boxes of cards from Eddie for $10, and I sold the Bob Greasy card for $40. And anyway,
so he's.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Eddie seems like there's guys out there like they don't. Does he really? He doesn't really care though, right? Like he's happy to sell it.
I sent him that picture. That was one of the first times I've done it. Usually he'll ask me when I see him. He's like, "Hey, you sell anything cool from that stuff?" Like he's just he has a lot of stuff, and he's quick. He wants to sell stuff quick, so he's happy when I like. And then that's made it where I've bought stuff from him. Later on. So I don't remember what I was getting at with that, but so from that $10, I made the $40 for the card, and then I did that show. It was like over $120 from sales from that, just off of that little that box of cards. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what else. I was going someplace with that.
No, I mean, it's almost like what you could do, like getting comfortable with that kind of selling to me is important. Like I'm starting to get comfortable with that kind of selling because
that's what it was. It was talking about Scream Mask. Because I was talking, I was chit-chatting with them. Somehow Scream Mask came up, or something with Scream or something. My mom has a Scream Mask that when she pulled out Halloween decorations last year. I was like just searching through it, and I found a Scream Mask, and it's got like it's the paper that they hang it up on the thing from, because she just like bought
Yeah.
it at the store, and just like when she
What?
displays it, she just like tucks the thing in there. And I remember last year I took a bunch of pictures because I know Scream Masters are doing really well, but I don't know which ones are good or not.
Yeah.
And I took pictures and I was trying to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out, but I would not list it. That's what I was talking. That's why I was going with it. I was
Yeah.
talking to Eddie about it, but I will not list something unless I'm gonna whatever I'm pricing it with. I'll be happy with whatever I get, but I will not list it until I am like that. My mom's like, yeah, you can list it if you
That's
want,
some.
but I won't.
Put
I
that
don't know
on
what it
auction.
is.
Put that sucker on auction. That's yeah. I mean, if you decide to sell it, definitely put it on auction with good pictures.
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
look at it again when because she still has it. I just left it in her Halloween stuff. I'm like, I
Yeah.
go just put it away, and then she should be pulling out Halloween decorations pretty soon. I'll
Yeah. Yeah.
probably
Check
ask
it
her.
out.
I'll
I
probably
want to
look
see.
at
I
it.
want to see it.
Yeah,
If you get pick, I want
yeah, I'll
pictures. I
take
want to
pictures.
see.
I was searching through my pictures because I thought maybe I still had the pictures, because I remember I was, oh my gosh, I don't remember how long I was trying to figure it out, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna. I'll just go back on it later. Like that's what wastes my time all the time too. Is like I don't want to do garage sale because like I'm like, oh, some of this stuff it doesn't have much value, but it's got some value, and I'm like,
Right.
I need to make $10 here, $10 there, it's whatever. I don't want to sell stuff for $1, but then you know what, you want the quick stuff, but I'm like, oh, that has value. I want to know if this has value. I don't want to sell something that's worth 100, which I might have, and then
Right.
at least I don't know about it yet.
Yeah. I miss our on that Scream Mass topic. I miss we used to have in Denver. They have the thrift stores called ARC thrift stores,
Mm-hmm.
and every year they would bring out all their Halloween stuff, man. And without question, every year I'd probably find 2 to 3 Scream Mass. I never found a really good one at ARC, but I found some decent ones that I would sell for $50 to $100. Over here, our Goodwill doesn't put out any Halloween stuff. Like, what's happening?
I have a I have a
I miss finding those. I could count on finding a couple of those every year, just going to the thrift stores.
I have a person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have this person messaging me yesterday. They want to buy something local pickup on eBay, and I've sent out offers, so I can't switch anything. And like to be
Oh, it's
honest,
all
I don't
locked.
want to meet up with people. Like I just
Right.
it's just not what I want to do. But I feel bad because I don't want to lose a sale either. Because like I haven't. Oh, this going back to like listing and stuff. I've had good days and bad days of listing because I've been doing other things of, but it's like I don't want to miss out on a sale, but also I don't want to like have to like meet up with someone, and then I don't want to just
Yeah,
give someone my
I know.
address. But if I
I
ship
know
it to
you
them,
well enough. You're like me. Like, you don't even want to explain to them why you don't want to do meetups. Like, you just want to just not even like, because you feel like if you tell them I don't do public local meetups, you still got to try to explain to them why. Like, hey, I don't offer that. Like, is that all you're gonna say? Like, I don't offer local
that's
meet
what I don't know.
pickup. Is that all you're gonna say?
It's just not.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to, I have offers sent out, so maybe the offers to them, but like I can't switch anything with the shipping because
Yeah,
I've
it's all
sent out
locked.
offers. So then I have to end it and then relist it, send them like do like price it for the offer, and then then I have to go out and meet them up
Yeah, meet them in.
someplace. Like I
Yep.
know I understand the difference. If they're local to me, they can buy it and they'll have my address. Which I mean, okay, but like I don't still want to meet up with someone. Like
Hey, just schedule a lunch. Just go meet them for lunch, Dan. You guys can have a lunch
I don't
together.
want to meet. I don't.
You guys could.
I'm busy. I don't want to.
um,
But then
yeah,
on
he's
top
also,
of it, they've messaged me.
you'll find him shopping for T-shirts. Just go to the thrift, go to the T-shirt
They
section.
messaged me at
That's where you'll 5
o'clock
that.
last night, and it's not even. I mean, by noon they're not 11:30. They messaged me again. Like
I wonder why they lock that. I mean, I understand why they lock some stuff, but why do they lock local pickup as an option? I don't
they
understand.
locked the shipping part of it. So like
The
I
whole
guess maybe
shipping.
if you send out an offer and
Yeah.
if it's going to be ground advantage or whatever.
Oh, they don't want you to raise the shipping price or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess. But they
Gotcha.
should be able to ship on um like it's not, I mean it's like grounded, it's like $6. Like it's not like gosh. Like, why do I have to spend my gas to meet up with you? And then I have to wait for him. I have to get there and wait for him.
Yep. I guess the best thing to do is say, I'm sorry, I don't offer local pickup. I don't have, you could say, yeah, again, like, I would just say, sorry, I don't have transportation. I don't offer little white lie and say, I don't have transportation. Sorry, I don't offer local pickup.
Well, because they'd be like, oh, I'll just come over. Like, I just,
they watch the podcast and they know you drive, Dan.
Well, no, I mean, like, it doesn't sound like someone I want to deal with, though. They seem impatient. You should give like some people some time. Like, I got it last night at 7, and then I was kind of like, I don't know. I instantly went to try to switch it, but I couldn't switch it, and I was like, do I really want to? I'll do it once in a while. I've done it with international shipping before, where people wanted to buy like a bulk amount of stuff from me.
Local pickup?
No, not local pickup. They wanted to buy, but like eBay, I don't understand everything that I'm gonna say here, but it was something to do with the shipping options of combining shipping for like an international order. I don't know if they do it now or they do it sometimes or they didn't do it before. And then it was something with their taxes or something. They wanted to buy like 4 or 5 shirts or 2, 3 pairs of jeans from me, and they messaged me about it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I came up with a price and stuff, and I made a whole new listing for them. But I'm making like a good sale. Like, this is it's a pair of cleats. I have them priced for 20. I sent them an offer for 18, and then like they're just like, now I have to like bend over backwards to find them so I can give them to them. Like, when like you just easily get them sent to your front door. Like,
yeah, that's why I would just tell them that's a good one. Just say, the reason I sell on eBay is so I don't have to do local delivery or meetups. I prefer to ship everything. If you want it, you can buy it. Like, and it's legit. Like, some people, I don't like doing local. That's why I don't do a lot of Facebook. I didn't want to say on because we had a comment, and us, if we were a real podcast, Dan, you would know if they combine international shipping. But I did learn something, because we're not a real podcast, but based on a comment that we got, we talked about that neutral feedback that was removed. Apparently, if someone does a return and you're top rated and this and that, once you've got the return and given them a refund, that feedback is removed. And that's why that neutral feedback was no longer there on my account. That's what our comments told us.
I don't know what you just said. I wasn't listening. I was messaging this guy back.
No, that we talked about that neutral feedback that I had that was removed and it just disappeared. Our favorite commenter that said we're not a real podcast, but if we were a real podcast, we would have known that the reason it was removed is because the item was returned and I gave a full refund, and it's automatically removed because whatever top rated whatever
said
stuff.
If we were a real podcast.
Yeah, in our comments they said we're not a real podcast, so we didn't know that. But if we were a real podcast, we would have known that.
Were they joking?
And so we didn't know. And that's something that's new. It's a little bit more new to the platform. They haven't always done that.
What? They didn't always do.
But that's what they explained in the comments.
Oh.
They removed the neutral feedback once I gave the refund. eBay automatically removed it. That's why. Remember we were talking about I said it was just gone.
Yeah.
eBay's the one that took it down because.
What about mine? I told you I got mine. Mine was removed. I think I had one that was removed. I didn't. Oh, I gave them their money back.
It wasn't. Did you get a return and you gave them their money back?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Then that's why. So that's what this person that is our favorite commenter that told us we're not a real podcast told us.
I don't understand.
Are we a real podcast now that we know that?
I don't know, but I don't. Are you joking? I don't know if you're. I didn't see the comments. I don't know if you're joking right now.
Let me go to the comment. Let me see if I can find the comment, and then I'll read the comment. I mean,
no, I just want to know. Are you joking about?
No, I'm not at all.
No, I'm saying, are they joking or are they being serious?
I don't think so.
Are they being mean to me?
It's that same commenter, I think, that told us we weren't a real podcast before.
Okay, I don't know.
So let me go to the comment. I'll read the comment.
Who cares?
No, but we actually learned something, and they actually taught us something by saying that. Let's see, they said eBay seller protection for top rated sellers is to remove neutral and negative feedback when the buyer returns the item and they get a refund. A real podcast would know this, is what they said.
Okay. Oh.
So we learned something there. So us not being a real podcast and being terrible at explaining reselling on eBay led to us learning something.
I mean, I hate comments like this because then I don't really want to do the podcast anymore.
No, I didn't.
Like I don't want to do.
No, we're fine. I just wanted to, we learned something. So like, we gotta just embrace it, Dan. Like
I embrace
we're
what?
a professional podcast that doesn't know what we're talking about.
I don't know. I hate when we bring up stuff like this because I don't want to talk about stuff like this.
It wasn't that big of a deal. Like I commented back. They were a little bit. They weren't as aggressive with it this time, and it's gonna be. We're gonna be fine.
No, man. I mean I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be. You might be fine. Maybe I'm not fine. I get burned out. Well, I mean, I don't want to do this stuff, and people just make snide comments to me. Like I mean,
I'm dealing with it on TikTok and Facebook is mean. Oh my gosh, Facebook!
I don't know why I do any of this stuff. Like it's just
because you're good, Dan. We enjoy talking to you. We have a great
people
following.
Make comments like that. That's not mean. How's that fun? We sit here and talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I got a return last week. You want to talk about returns?
Sure. I don't know if I have one. I do. I got one. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Maybe someone knows about why I got this return or what I'm supposed to do. I got to return a pair of shorts, South Pole shorts, South Pole the brand. I sold them April of 2023.
What?
And I received them in the mail like Friday, I think. Well,
you don't take returns that far out though.
There was a label on it slapped on it. It said return to sender undeliverable or unclaimed or something on it. So I was like, I opened it up and I'm like, what the heck? I haven't seen these. Like, I don't remember. I haven't sold a pair of South Pole shorts in a while because they were when I found them. I was listing them. They were selling like so fast. It was like ridiculous. I visual age.
And did you ever refund them or anything?
So it has like this orange. It had this orange tag on it.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
They've never been opened. This is my packaging, and that was my bubble mailer, and it was addressed to me. And I opened it up, so I was like curious, and so I like didn't know what to do, so I searched my email to find when I sold it, and then I found I sold it on April 11th, 2023.
Wow. And you're just now getting over a year later.
I got them back in the mail. Like I can't do anything. I'm assuming I got the money back, so I retook the pictures and relisted it.
Sell those suckers.
So and I already have like 3 watches on it. That was a crazy return.
Wonder how that was in limbo for a year and a half.
It was going international.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. So that.
They took care of the buyer. Then, like,
no. I think I shipped on my own until recently.
It was one of your own international.
So it might have been my own, but it was. They came back from Glendale. They're going to Israel, and I've sold at least 3 things to Israel, and 2 of them have never made it there. The only thing I sold a plush last year that got there, and I got positive feedback. I was scared when I sold the plush. It was like this alien plush. I sold it for like $50, and I was so nervous because the time before that I had sold a putter cover, like for a putter head cover. Is that how do you say that?
Yeah, golf head cover. Yeah,
for a putter, and it would not. It got denied being able to come into the country, and then apparently you can't have South Pole jeans. I don't know. It just never got claimed. So,
I mean, a lot has changed and happened over there in that time. So maybe I would guess that has something to do with it.
I mean, it was April.
A lot going on.
But yeah, but the stuff that going on was since was in October last year, and this was April. It sold.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it was. I mean, at least I got it back. Sometimes I don't get that stuff back, and I never. I don't remember. I mean, I think I felt like I would have remembered messing with something like that on. I don't remember.
I had
I mean, I didn't.
I had I sold a Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP for parts of repair. It had damage. It wasn't. I didn't have a charger, so I put on there that did not test it. Doesn't I don't know if it powers on. I for parts of repair only. The only thing I did put on there was that the screen doesn't have any damage. The screen is very clear. And so I sold it, and that doesn't really matter. What matters is, um, it was in transit, and the guy asked me to change the address on the delivery. He messaged me, "Can you change my address?" He said, "My packages have been being stolen from my porch." And so I don't usually do that, and I don't want to do that because if I change the address, that takes away some seller protections. And I even confirmed that with eBay. I called them, and they said, "Yeah, we don't recommend you do that." And so then, while I was waiting for the phone call to go through to eBay, this is the important part. I told them I'm going to call eBay and see what they advise for me to do, and then they responded, I don't know what eBay's policy is. All I know is my packages are being stolen, and I don't want this to be stolen." And I said, "All right, let me talk to them and see what they say." And while I'm waiting for eBay to call me back, because they call me back, the guy opens a return for the item. He doesn't even have it yet. He starts a return, and in the message, he wrote the message in Spanish for the return. He put, "My son ordered this by mistake." So he was telling me that he doesn't want to get stolen off his porch. Then he started the return saying that his son ordered it by mistake. And so now I got this return that's been started and they don't even have the item yet. And I think they might have it now. I got to check the latest on that. Do you think they're just trying to get over on me, or should I have changed the address?
I wouldn't. I've changed the
Yeah,
address of something that doesn't. It's not going to kill me to if I eat the cost or eat the sale. Like,
yeah, it's like a $60 sale, so I don't really want to do
no,
that.
I wouldn't do it now.
And I even looked into it on USPS, and it's not something like you can just go in there and easily do. You like it. Yeah, well, now they started the return, so I'm just waiting for the item back. But then I'm like, what if they decide to send me nothing back? Like, what if they start a return and send me nothing back because they're trying to get over and scam me, basically?
Did you say anything back to them when then they said that they ordered?
I did. I said, "Are you trying to scam me? Like, you said that you don't want this to get stolen off your porch, and now you're telling eBay that your kid ordered it by mistake. Like, what's happening here?" And they haven't responded.
They sound like they suck too.
So that's my return issue. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to ever get it back or what they're going to do. It just feels like it's frustrating. It feels like there's a lot of dishonest buyers and sellers right now. I don't know. Maybe we're just hitting a bad streak.
Cut out this podcast.
Kind of like this podcast. We need Joe. Where's Joe? Joe! Where are you at, Joe?
I can't say that. That's weird.
What? My bad. Why? We miss Joe. Joe's just usually sitting right there in that corner underneath that Reseller Leftovers logo. How'd your pizza turn out? You made a pizza, Dan, and you sent us a picture. How did it turn out?
I didn't send you a picture. I posted on Instagram.
Oh, you put it on Instagram. That's right.
Yeah, it was
looked good. It looked good.
I would make it again.
What all did you have? You just did the ham and the pineapple?
Yeah, I just did ham and pineapple. Someone in the comments said that they used barbecue sauce instead of.
Saw that.
So I was like, "Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Maybe some chicken barbecue with the pineapple and maybe some red onion one time. That sounds pretty good." It was pretty good if you saw the picture. Oh, I don't think I have it anymore. This guy messaged.
You just bake that in your regular oven, or do you have like a pizza oven?
I have a regular oven.
Okay. You don't have one of those fancy little pizza dome oven things? It looks good. Good little. Was it like a flatbread pizza, or is that what you call that? I don't know my pizza lingo.
I guess I don't.
Oh,
they're just like they live in the same town as me, but like
They're insisting on the local pickup. What what is the item?
It's just a pair of cleats. Like, I guess I could just do it,
Football.
but I just don't. I just don't want to do it. Like, I mean, I just because then it's like, oh, I can't meet at this time, or you go there, and then like I don't know how to. I've never done a local pickup on eBay, so like if they don't, I've done a few local pickups. I don't know if I've done a few local pickups for whatnot, and like I never, it's never gone well. Like I just don't ever. I don't think I ever got my money for it because it's just like you have so much time to meet, and then it was just I don't have time. Like I just didn't want to meet. It was like you have a certain amount of time, and I didn't meet in that window, and I don't know what
Yeah.
happens. Like I don't know what happens.
Have you done eBay local pickup?
No, I've never done it.
Because there's also that step. I'm going to make this more. They have to have you have to have a QR code that they scan or something, or vice versa, saying that the delivery was complete. So like you have to, I think you have to scan their QR code or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
or vice
what happens
versa.
if they? Oh, I don't want to meet today. Like I don't want to meet tomorrow. Oh, I can only meet this time at this time. Like if I'm not like available, they're not saying like they just don't want to spend it because they live in the same town as me for shipping. Like they're not saying like, oh, I can meet today at the post office at 2:30. Fine, I'll do that. But if it's like
Yeah,
I want to meet at 7:30 tomorrow night, like I can't do that.
right. Yeah, and first they have to buy it. So the first thing is they have to pay.
Yeah, but I don't
That's
have
the
local
first step.
pickup on, so they can't pay.
Right. Yeah. So you'd have to cancel the item, relist it, and then have them. And when you relist it, open up local pickup for them to even offer that. That's what you have to do since it's all locked.
Yeah.
And then they probably, like you said, they probably want it on the offer you sent. So now you got to get the offer back to them on the offer that they want because they probably doing it on an offer that you sent. Yeah, sounds awful. But they're being persistent. I don't know.
I mean, I just so like I'm having to answer them back of like when are you planning on wanting to meet? Like it's just
When did you send the
my
offer?
wife.
Because it's how long?
I don't know.
How long are items locked? How long do they lock? I wish I knew that. I wish I was a podcast that knew.
Come on, I don't
When
want
you
to talk
send an
about that
offer,
guy
is it
anymore,
48
man.
hours?
Please stop talking.
Is it
about
48 hours that it's locked?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't want to talk about that guy.
Sorry. Well, I would just say sorry. Like, sorry, I don't feel like doing a local pickup. But I mean, I would offer them where they pick it up at the door. Like I'd be like, you pay on eBay, it'll be on my front porch. Come and get it. Like, but I understand why you don't want to do that too.
Well, because then I don't. If you're saying I have to scan a QR, I've never done it. So I have to scan a QR code.
You can't do that. You have to scan that QR code. Dang it. Never mind. Can't do porch pickup like Facebook. I do porch pickup where I just like it's on the front porch. I think we did that with some of. Matter of fact, Sonia sold a painting that we got out of that storage locker. They just did porch pickup. Just left the money on the front porch. Done that a couple times, but yeah, if like there's another way around it. Like they have to select the item was received or something like that, and there's a way around the QR. But I haven't done it enough to know exactly. I've done like 2 local pickups on eBay ever, so I don't really know exactly how all of that works. Would it be a decent sale? Is it worth? It's not really not worth it, or
it's like I mean it's $18. I mean it's just I'm in a bad mood right now. This is not.
I'm sorry.
I have to end the listing and then relist it so I can add local pickup. But I'm scared he's just gonna buy it and then try to like not do the shipping. I should just do free shipping and just give him his shipping back. Just pay for shipping. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't even have a spot where this is at. Let me check. I think I don't even have where it's in my inventory system, so I have to find it too. Like I'm gonna have to go digging for it.
I just think you need, my opinion, just tell them sorry.
Well, I already told him sorry, but he's like persistent. So why do I have to respond to him again?
Then don't.
And I don't even have them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I would just be like, I'm sorry, don't do it. I can't offer that. Yeah, I don't know. It's the fact that it's locked to me would be the I don't feel like messing with relisting and all that myself. Like I would be like, sorry, it's locked. There's nothing I can do. I'm not gonna end it and relist it. Like if you want to wait till it's unlocked, you can try to buy them then, and I can add it then. But you need to message me first so I can unlock it. Like don't. I don't know. I guess they did, but that's because you sent offers. It's all messed up. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, this has been a fun episode, Dan.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Is this even going to make it to the air? Is this even going to make it to the
Yeah,
wonderful
we'll see you guys next week.